Good morning, dear students. Today we will talk about first the chapter 2, lesson 1, kingdom Monera and Protesta. But before we get started with the kingdom Monera or Protesta, we will start with the attempts of classifying of the living organisms first. And the first attempt to classifying the living organisms, it was for the Latin flora, the called Aristotle. This Aristotle, he classified the animals into red-blooded animals and bloodless animals. So they were blooded like what? Like the human or the animal like cow, okay, or cats or dogs and so on. But how about the bloodless? Bloodless like what? Like shrimps. I'm sure all of you know shrimps. So the shrimps, it has no red blood. Well, so now this is the classification of Aristotle, okay, and he classified the animal to red-blooded and bloodless. How about the plants? He classified the plants into trees and shrubs and weeds. Trees, all of you know it, is more than 2 meter or 3 meter to maybe 100 meter. How about the shrubs? Well, just small trees, maybe we say 1 meter. 1 meter or yes, just 1 meter or a little more. And weeds, all of you know weeds. It is the first attempt to classifying the living organisms. It was for what? For Aristotle. How about the second? The second try, it was for the scientist Carl Linnaeus. And he established the traditional classification system. Well, it was very easy because he classified to all the living organisms to what? To kingdom animal or animal kingdom and plant kingdom. Just animal kingdom and plant kingdom. Okay? 2 words, animal, 2 words, plant kingdom. Well, how about the third attempt to classifying the living organisms? It was for what? For Robert Wedeker. Robert Wedeker, he established the modern system of classification. And he classified all the living organisms to what? To Monera, okay? This Monera, then Protesta, then fungi, then plantae, then Animalia. And yeah, I think you can observe it is not English. This tongue is not English, it's Latin. And this modern system is considered the conventional system in the scientific communities till now. Well, so may we have note that there are some living organisms, I will say just organisms, that were not subjected to Wedeker classification because they gather between the characteristics of living organisms and the non-living things. So like what? Like virus, for example, okay, and viroids and prions. Well, virus, all of you know it. It consists, or it has just a protein membrane from the outside, okay? And inside this protein membrane, it has the genetic materials. Well, it is virus, and all of you know it. How this viroid, or viroids. This viroids just has what? These viroids have the genetic materials only. There is no membrane. There is no protein membrane. Well, how about the prions? Prions is protein substance, but the scientists, they observed that this protein substance is created by the nervous cells. After the death, all the living organisms, these prions, maybe it can do some vital process like nutrition, because it causes some disease for the animals. And it start to feed itself on what? On the nervous cells of the brain of the animals. Okay? Now, let's talk about the first kingdom of what? Of the modern system of classification. And the first kingdom called kingdom Monera. This Monera, it has general properties. The first, we will talk about the structure and the nucleus and the cell wall and cytoplasm and the mode of living. And all of them, all of this kingdom, all of them, they may live individually or in colonies. And about the nucleus, all of them, they are prokaryotic. What does it mean? The word prokaryotic. Prokaryotic, it means that all of them, the nucleus don't have a definite shape. It doesn't have, okay, it doesn't have a definite shape, and it has no envelope membrane, okay? You can find the genetic materials and the cytoplasm, and not surrounded by any nuclear envelope. The cell wall of this kingdom, or of this living organisms, is divided from what? From the cellulose or pectin. And you know cellulose, you got it in the first term. But about pectin, this pectin is carbohydrate. Yes, it is carbohydrate, one of the carbohydrate substance. Well, and the structure, yes, all of them, because they are the simplest living organisms, so all of them must be what? Consists of only one cell. So all of them, they are unicellular organisms. The cytoplasm, well, is like from many membranous organelles, like endoplasmic reticulum, for example, or mitochondria, or plastids, or Golgi bodies. But when we talk about the classification or classifying of this kingdom, first, the kingdom classified into two different divisions. The first one called Archaea Bacteria, and the second one Eubacteria. Well, how about the Archaea Bacteria? All of them, or most of them, survive in the harsh environmental conditions, such as what? Well, the highly salty water. So they may live in the sea. Yes, they are living in the sea. And they can live in the hot springs and the environments with no oxygen too. So all of them is, yes, is harsh environmental conditions. Well, and they are different from the bacteria in the structure. I'm talking about the eubacteria, sorry. They are different from the eubacteria in the structure of both cell membrane and the cell wall. So, how about the eubacteria? Well, they are more wider than the previous one because they can live in the air, can live in the land or soil and water too. Well, so it has a big disturbance. And about its nutrition and reproduction, so they reproduce sexually by what? By partner versions. And the shape, they are different in the shape. So some of them may be spherical shaped, okay, Archaea Bacteria, or rod shaped or spiral shaped. Okay, the nutrition, some of them may be autotrophic like Nostoc. Like Nostoc is one of the cyanobacteria. Okay, maybe heterotrophic. So that's it.